Welcome back to another episode of Look What Jess Found. Today is episode 386. And we're going to do something a little different today. Obviously, what is that group of pens doing in the middle of the screen, you might be asking? Well, as it so happens to be, I'm like a multi-purpose type person. You know what I mean? Like I like multi-tools. I like what else do I like? I like a lot of things like survival stuff. I'm into survival stuff. Um anyway, and this is my little pen holder jar that I use. I keep various things. I keep my stamp um tweezers on it. I keep a few this is the what I use for the to open up the wrappers, the penny wrappers when they're really stuck together. I even have a little caliber here, some markers. All right, so let's get all this stuff out, and then I put my silver change in here. When I say silver, I mean non-penny U.S. coins. I put them into here when I get them back from the store. So let's get down the desk. Let's get my other junk back in there, and this is what we're gonna do today. How much time this is gonna take? Well, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Let's get this organized by denomination. And let's see. I haven't done one of these in about, I'm going to say, it's got to be at least 3 months. I think it's more than that. I don't think I've done one of these since before August, September, October, November, December. I think this is my change from about 6 months ago. That is my best guess. And to me, I think it's in 2025, right? Which we're in right now. What and most of this change is from 2024. But what type of change are we still getting? Currently, you know what I mean? Like from the store, Walmart. This is mostly from Walmart, the Dollar Tree. There's a penny in here. I gotta throw that. And this is my penny jar. So I have two. I have a penny jar. I was gonna do the pennies today, but I don't even think it's 50 cents yet. So I'm gonna keep saving, and that'll be a different video once I get 50 cents to $1. I like it to be a little over, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit longer than a little bit shorter. All right, we're almost done with the quarters. So it looks like it's mostly quarter. No, I shouldn't say that. Just seems like there's a lot of quarters here for some reason. And then you might ask if you haven't watched my previous videos, then you wouldn't know what I do with it. So I save all my change, obviously, and then I put them in little jars like that. And then from there, right, then I do the videos, obviously. And then after I do the videos, they go into this water cooler jug that I have. And I got to be honest with you. I don't think that water cooler jug will ever get filled up. And I made a little joke. I think I shared this with the channel about a year ago, maybe even a year, might even be a year and a half at this point. When me and my wife, we do cute little silly things sometimes, and when I was bringing I used to keep the jug in my no, I had to bring the jug up from the basement to put the jar of change like this, but I had a lot of it. I was keeping a jar in my office, and I kept it in the office for a long time. I must have had the jar was full before I brought it downstairs. We're gonna do dimes first because I don't want to stack them up twice. And and she goes, "Oh, how much you think is in there?" And I said, "Oh, it's got to be like $300 in there, something like that." Or I said, "It's got to be 500." She goes, "Nah, it's not. It's only like $200 in there." I said, "No way." We emptied the jar onto the kitchen floor to see who was right, and she was right. It was 250, and I said like 300. So actually, I guess we were pretty close. I think I said like 400 or 500, and she was like, "Nah, it's only 200." And it was 250. So she was much more righter than I was. That was kind of fun. And so now I just keep the little jar with the pens, and like after this, it'll go back inside the jug. Oh, 2024. All right. If I find any 2024s, I'll put them to the side just to do videos at the end. Obviously, if I find anything worthwhile, I'll also put that to the side. So it'll go. So this change will go into that jug, and the jug is about 5% full. I'm gonna go with 5%. All right. So 74, and I'll put the oldest ones to the side too. I'll put the 24s if we find any, and the nickels and quarters, and I'll put the oldest one to the side also. At least that way I get some content. So it's about 5% full, and misaligned die slightly. You can see the has a die clash. See it? Here's my pen. And I keep my little pointer in that jar too. It's right in arm's length. You see the die clash? It's not worth anything. It has to be a strong die clash. That's very common, that die clash. But once I saw the misaligned die, once I see a misaligned die, this is a misaligned die too. Once I see a misaligned die, I automatically want to look for a die clash afterwards. Because why is it misaligned, right? Is it a collar error? Did something happen to the collar that moved it? So there's a slight chance that there's something wrong with the whole process, right? I did a video reading out what Wexler has listed as the definition of the double die. Get into the whole thing because it might have taken a couple hours. That's a pretty good misaligned die. Someone actually might buy this. I see them selling these on eBay, and this one might even have a very small uh, strike through on the corner. And that's the other thing that makes me wonder if it's if it causes a misaligned die, right? If something gets on the edge that slightly moves the planchet, and of course I have no proof of any of that, but it just makes me wonder. This one is also misaligned on the reverse, so it is. And look at that. I wonder what that is. See it? Looks like a die clash. So this is off centered. I don't know, probably like 5%. Maybe so we have a die clash, we have an off-centered, and we just started the video. It's pretty interesting. Huh. And we have a, I'm not even going to do the, what's that called now? The newest and the oldest penny. Both sides? A 66. Ah, wow, it's the 64. But look at the surface. Is it the whole thing? Oh, it's his face too. So it has this, I don't know. I call them clad errors. I've seen people get upset by me calling them clad errors. But look, it's throughout the whole penny. See on his head. All right, so forget about this. I will hold on to the oldest penny then. I'm not going to do the 24s because we already got. I might not even do the oldest penny. To be honest with you, I'll leave it here to the side. I like to do like 6 or 7. Look at this. 6 or 7 short videos. Yeah. So I always get worried that maybe I don't have enough coins to do the short videos, and then so as you can see, I already have 3 dimes, so I'm not going to. I'm probably gonna have. I haven't even finished the dimes. I have the nickels and the quarters to do. Hopefully, I get at least another 3 to show, and then I'm good for. It's so odd how many misaligned. Maybe it's just so common, right? The misaligned die for dimes, for current dimes, that it's just so common. Because that's the impression I'm getting right now, that it's like half the dimes are misaligned. See, this has that, but it only has it around the edges, whatever that is. Yeah, it has it on the round. But the other penny, called dime, the whole surface had that discoloration to not discoloration, but I keep that's my go-to, right? I say clad error because it's the surface of it. It looks like clad error to me. That's a beauty. These are very nice. These 2024s. As far as I know, unless it's a graded proof, they don't really have any value. They're clad, The dimes are only worth like, I think, $2 or $1.50 or something like that. If you found a silver dime, I'm sorry, a silver dime. It's at 1964 earlier. $1 or maybe even only $1 they're worth. Like if you went to like a coin show or something. Look at this one. You don't usually find dimes in that condition. It's more pennies, you see it. Forgot what causes this. You see that every once in a while. That looks like it's bagged. Little dots. 2024. So a lot of what you learn from pennies is transferable. The different types of errors. I mean, a die clash is a die clash. A strike through is a strike through. Misaligned die, off centered. You can take that information, like if you're learning with the channel, right? You can take that information and you can apply. I mean, I'm doing it right now, right? I mean, I don't do dimes every day. I do pennies every day. But I from what I learned from pennies, I could apply it to dimes. So to me, that's pretty cool. there are little things to know that you wouldn't know from pennies, right? One of them is, hey, there's another one, except for, no, it's not as good. I mean, the field has like this other type of texture to it. Yeah, you can see it here too. See, almost like a satin. The reverse is misaligned dye. Almost has a satin look to it. That's what I was thinking of before. Now, what's the other one that we found? Just to show you the difference. See, this is whatever's going on here. It's even on the face. It's all over. This is a much, much better example. It has something going on right there too. But this one's more like a satin finish almost. But yeah, so there's little things about other denominations that pennies won't help you. Like if you don't if you don't know that about what year the silvers are, and you found one, you might just send it back to the bank. If I find a 2024 that's absolutely perfect, I'll put it to the side. You see, like this one here is all. This is a 2023, but it's all scratched up. The last 2024 had a little. I'm looking for little marks in the face. How shiny or brilliant they are. So we found 3 good ones right away, and then it just it just fell off a cliff. Yeah, I'm looking for double dyes. Wow, 1 year off, man. 1 year off. You did me in, you little sneaker. 1 year off. No silvers. Imagine getting a silver dime in your pocket change. How awesome would that be? All right, so we're going to get rid of the other. This was our oldest one, 74. Yeah, it's all right. Now we got that 65 as our oldest. What's the chance of that, man? 2 65s in a row. What are the odds? I guess not that bad, I guess. Pretty good. All right, now we'll do the nickels. Too close? Yeah, just a little bit. But it's bigger, Now nickels. See, the dime, to me, the dimes are a little easier. Nickels are the ones that get me no, that I believe are more complicated. 'Cause I've looked up some nickels in the past, and there are quite a bunch of um errors that are very small, or identifiers like the steps. There's another one that has something to do with uh, the Monticello, the building, the structure. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff with nickels that I know that there are people who who know nickels. You know, they just know nickels and they know what to look for. And look at that. You see that on his neck? Is that the hank? I've never noticed that before. The handkerchief that comes out. I'm gonna put that to the side. See if we see another one. Ah, look at that. I never noticed that. But this one here, what year is this? 91. Okay, see now this one goes straight up, right? Like a what's that called? A collar, and then you can see the little handkerchief in front of it, or whatever that's called. This, I'm sure there's a specific name. This one though, see how this one goes like that? And I think that must be damaged there. No, it doesn't look like damage. It's just so weird. It is our oldest coin, 72 Denver. I will keep this to the side. It's just something odd. Sorry about that. I don't know. It's not focusing too good. Oh, look at this. So you can see those steps on this one. 2023. Now, don't get me wrong. I missed stuff on. Oh, no, another 72. Is the other one a 72D also? Odd, man. Odd. That's got to be rare. Oh, by the way, I have 3 gloves on today. Did anybody notice? Did anybody notice that I have 3 gloves on today? 3 fingers? Who noticed? If you noticed, put a comment below. But yesterday when I did the video, I never put on a 3rd glove, and that 3rd finger, boy, was dirty yesterday, and I was like, I'm not really feeling that, you know. Put it back to 4x. I really wasn't feeling that. I used 3 fingers to manipulate the that's the Buffalo one. 2005. Two 72Ds. All right. Yeah, put them together. What the he-hey. That's so odd. We found a few good dimes right off the bat, and I was like, "Oh, look at this! We're gonna have a lot of short videos to do." And then it just stopped. Then we have quarters, so this video is definitely gonna go way over half hour. I'm assuming that anyway. That's an assumption. I shouldn't make assumptions, but. 2024. It's a nice looking one. 23. See, the nickels, they don't have, it looks like their quality control is much, much better. I don't think any of them we found were misaligned. Here's this. Anyone? In all these videos I've done, these hundreds of videos, I found one silver nickel or war nickel, and you can see it. I have a video on it. If you type war nickel into, it's one of my more popular videos. If you type war nickel into the search bar for the channel, you'll find it. Or oldest first. It's one of the older ones, but I have so many videos you might not find it. But if you type war nickel, when it should come up, I think, or silver nickel, something like that. Maybe just nickel. That's one of the first videos. That was one of the more popular ones. Huh. I knew I saw something. I'm sure it just looks like the letter D. Doesn't that look like the letter D right there? It's just a lock of his fake hair, I guess. And then I found one silver dime, and I found one Indian head penny, or two Indian head penny. I can't remember, one or two Indian head pennies. So that's about it. Now the quarters, woof. I know there are some people who are quarter people. I think of I know I have one of my members, Eric, Kenai Collectibles. His Discord and his YouTube channel is listed below in the description. I believe he's into quarters, and he can let me know if I'm correct in the comments below. But like, to me, there are just quarters. There's so many variations of. Oh, look at that! You never know. I mean, it's you see how well it is on the surface here. But look how specific it is, and it goes from one edge. I mean, the first thing that I think of, is it a feeder? Is it a feeder? Did it get caught in machinery? I'll put it to the side. Something interesting. We found no interesting nickels at all. None. And we found an interesting quarter. But there are so many variations to the quarters. To me, well, I mean, I guess you can get boxes of quarters and just focus on. I mean, you could. Wow. I think I'm too lazy to do quarters. I have to be honest with you. That's the only thing. Like, to really learn quarter 65. You couldn't give me the extra year, huh? Couldn't give me the extra. Now we have the oldest dime, the oldest nickel, and probably the oldest quarter is going to be this one, I'm assuming, unless we get a silver, which I doubt. Silver quarters are worth like $4 or $3, something like that, $3-4. But Eric appears to have that type of patience. He uses the microscope a lot, and I ain't got it, man. I just gotta be honest with you. And not for nothing. I mean, how much is a box of quarters? Each roll is $10, right? And how many rolls come inside a box? 50? Five wide and 10 down, 50. That would be $500. If it's 50. I don't know if it's 50. He can correct me on that also, or enlighten me in the comments. But so that's 500. But I mean, yo, man, I'm doing 50 cents a day. It ain't happening. That's not happening. I'm just saying, man. I ain't going from 50 cents to $500, if it is that. If it's $200, whatever it is, man. About every 2 months, I try to get $100 in pennies. Now, I understand you bring it back, and I mean, I don't want to deal with, and that's the other thing. I don't want to deal with the banks that often. Every month or two, I go out, and in my mind, I'm busting their chops. Now, this is their job, right? But some of the tellers make me feel like I'm bothering them. If I find another I have to check for another bank that has several branches within a radius from where I live. That way I could have just one or two other banks to drive around to check out. So I can get more pennies in one shot. What's this? Hold on, let me look at this under the loop, see if that's a strike through. Maybe might be a strike through. Even if it is, to me it has no value. It's very small and it's arguable, and the coin's not in great condition. I'll put it there, just whatever. Do a video on it. Yeah, so I have to look into that. But I'll be honest with you, the amount of pennies I've been getting from the banks, because I have two banks, and each one has no, the other one only has one branch that I go to, and they're good at that branch, man. They are good. Let me tell you, I got this one bank from Santander's, and the branch that I go to, they are on the spot, man. I think I'm gonna do oh, what's that? Oh, it's nothing. No, if I ever get I do have it. I do have the other um what's that called? Oh, it's another 65. You see, huh. Look how dull the reading. Look at all that. Is it copper, I guess, right? Is that copper? Is the other 65 copper like that? I was gonna say, man, that looked odd. Look how much copper is in this. When I saw that, I was like, oh wow. I hope I don't forget it. I'm gonna put it to the side just as a hopefully it reminds me, because that looks like it has. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna weigh it. Let me pause. Let me see how much a quarter is supposed to weigh, and I'll be right back. All right. Well, according to this, and it says copper nickel, right? But man, boy, does that look like there's a lot of copper. It's supposed to weigh 5.6. A clad quarter, which is made out of copper nickel on the outside and pure copper on the inside. Are they all pure copper? That's also another interesting fact. At what point? So, but the silver ones are 6.25. 19. What? There's 65. There's 1965 silver quarters. I don't understand that. Well, it doesn't matter because. Wait. Oh, so the 65 weighs 6.2. So let's weigh both of these. The other one looks like it has just a little bit, but then it would be no. I don't know. 5.64. So that's within. That's it. So that's fine. Oh, I didn't tear. I lost 5.6. Oh, that's interesting. It's a little low. I don't know what the outer tolerance is for quarters. Oh, they're both 5.6. It doesn't matter. They're both, a little bit low for what it's stating, but you would need the 6.2, and then it would be silver. It's just kind of interesting how one has very little copper showing, the other one has a lot. I guess it's just, maybe it's from wear. No, I don't think that's wear. It's just probably just an anomaly. All right, so let's keep going. I'll keep talking about my bank stuff. I find it interesting, the bank stuff, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. No, I like a little closer. Okay. I like it closer so I don't have to put use the loop. This is a D. I didn't even realize the mint mark. Yeah, so I have that one bank that the tellers are great. That Santander's. I used to have an M&T that I went to where they were very nice, and then I don't know what happened. Maybe they watched my videos and they decided they didn't like me anymore, which I doubt because I'm very, very conscious. Let me tell you something. I drove a cab for 3.5 years, and I drove an ambulance for 10 at 2 different periods, or is it 3 different periods? No, I drove an ambulance for 6, but I had my my certification for 10. 3 years, um, or 2 years, and then 4 years, something like that. Maybe 5 years I drove. Trying to figure out what this is there. If I can't tell, I guess it doesn't matter. Anyway, cab drivers, police, firemen. I don't know about firemen so much. Firemen seem to be a little bit more mellow, but cops and EMS there. Ah, Sailor Cruz. Look at this. I don't know if I've ever seen this. What year is this? Bazooka. Look at that. I've never seen that. That is a cool quarter. I'm gonna put that to the side. I seen her in concert at where did I see Cellular Cruz? Cellular Cruz and Johnny Pacheco. I saw them at uh I can't remember if it was the Copa or it was Studio 54. It was great, man. Wow, that was some concert, man. It was packed. It was expensive too. Could have been a New Year's Eve thing on top of it. That was how old was I? I was 20, 27, 28. So 25 years ago, 26 years ago. That would be 19. Oh wow, it could have been the 2000 New Year's. It could have been 1999 also, or 2000. Went with my buddy, and it was yeah, it was cool. It was really nice. Anyway, and she really does say Azuka a lot too. I don't know if that's her. If she's Cuban, I'm pretty sure she's Cuban. So I don't know if that's her way of saying sugar, or something sweet, or it's sweet. There's sugar is soup is suka is sugar. So I don't know if it's azuka. Like I don't know if it has anything to do with it. I never looked it up. So back to and I don't know how long I'm gonna do. I mean, I guess I'll keep doing the bank runs until they stop making pennies. I mean, if it's 5 more years, whatever it is, I'll just keep going. I mean, I'll have forget it. I mean, in 5 years, I'll probably have like see this is the issue I have with the quarters. First of all, they're all different. So my brain, you would have to put to memory. There's got to be hundreds of variations of quarters for the past whatever 40 years. Maybe it's I don't know when they started this whole state quarter thing and doing things like the cellular cruise. And I mean, when did they start that? In the 90s or the 2000? Let's say they just started in the 2000, 25 years. In the past 25 years, how many types of quarters do they got? 200, 300? There has to be hundreds. I think they're wrong. I mean, if so those quarters, they're so busy. They are so busy. Um, Another 65. This is our third 65, man. Now see the edge here. Oh, it's like half and half, so I guess it really doesn't matter. I look at the edges. That's our third 65. Look at this. Look at, oh, it's another one, another horse. Look how busy this is. They might have one. Oh, it's missing a bar in the little window. I mean, there's no way I'm gonna put any of that to memory. I mean, as I said, first of all, whatever it is, $500 a box. I mean, like if it was missing a head, I would like if that horse was headless, a headless horse. I would notice that. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, look at this, we got a headless horse. Like for example, I talk about this in the past. I got a quarter from our local Dollar General, and on his nose, on Washington's nose, was a huge, huge dye chip, like this big. Which I'm saying huge, maybe it's not that huge, and it looked like he had a humongous wart on his nose. Another set. Look at this. Oh, it's a 2024. I wonder if I'm gonna put that one with the other one. Two beauties. If they made it silver, I'd go out and get one. Sure, they don't. Yeah, look how busy this is, man. Super busy. You know, I mean, I can look at the rim, and I know that the rim has an error here. Now, is that a valuable error for a quarter? I mean, these quarters seem to have pretty good quality control too. You know, like, does that make it valuable? Like on a penny, that would not make it valuable. Not even. It just wouldn't. But on a quarter, I mean, I'll put it to the side just for the heck of it. But see, I told you this was gonna be a long video. I knew it. I knew this was gonna be a long video. But frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Did a long one, so what? Could have probably did two videos in this time, but whatever. It's just kind of special. Is this, what is that? Is that the? It looked like the tracks of a tank, but I don't think that's the tracks of a tank. It must be something else. I don't know what it is. Guam. That's a U.S. territory. Is this another Sailor Cruise? Oh no, so it's another 2024. No, so see, look at this. Different person. Vote for. I guess it's vote for women's rights. Oh, yeah, look at that. Hold on. I'm back. So with the reflection, you can see in the letters on the bottom, it looks like it has some doubling, but if you go close, I'll put the light on. Well, I guess you can still see, but it has more to do with the strike. It's not doubling. It's just the indentation of the letters. I don't know if it's just a hard strike, but I guess we could put that to the side too. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for another bank that has 2 or 3 branches, within striking distance from where I live. And then even if all I need is one extra bank to go to. I'm looking at this under his chin. I guess, then I could just get more pennies and it would be faster. I could get to my goal of The Silver State. What's that? Nevada? Oh, is that the Silver State? To my goal of $1,000 dollars in penny rolls, or 2,000 penny rolls. That's like my goal that I'd like to hit by within a few years. If I can get there in 2 years instead of 3 years, that would be better. You know, if I can get there, if I can get there in 1 year, and then that would be best. I wonder how old this one is. What do you think? 70s or 80s or 60s? It's really beat up. You know, it's not. It's not before 65. That's for sure. I'm gonna go with 70s. Yeah. Okay. We're all wrong. Unless you said 90s, then you would be correct. Fort Moultrie, South Carolina. Oh, there's a Fort Moultrie in South Carolina. I wonder how many states have forts. Like if it's half the states or every state. I'm so glad I put that extra finger on. I thought it was gonna like make it difficult to do the flipping of the coins, but it doesn't. Oof, well, I wouldn't want to do this all the time. I gotta be honest with you. It's a little bit of a chore, but I'm glad I did do it. It also lets me know how much change to leave in there. You know, once that bottle gets to like 30%, 40% tops, that's it. It's time to do a video, and I have to be prepared for the video to be 1 hour long. You know. Um, so it was good. It was interesting. We didn't find anything really good. I don't think. I don't think that misaligned quarter. What is this? What is that? New Mexico Chaco culture. New Mexico Chaco culture. Native Americans, I guess. I've never seen. Anyway, I guess so. Just weird stuff, man. Oh, yeah. We used to have space shuttles. We ain't got Jack anymore. Okay, so I hope you like this video. Please click like and subscribe. I think I'm gonna leave my. I have quite a few. Those are the oldest. We got 65. Which one's that? Whatever year. Oh, 74, and then another, and also 65. No silver. Found some interesting dimes, a few interesting quarters, and no nickels. No nickels. All right. Take care. God bless. This was episode 186. I got my coffee here. Probably cold by now. That's all right. 186, 386. And I will see you in episode 387. Take care. God bless.